Well, Joel Gibson is with us. He's the campaign director of the One Big Switch. Hello there, Joel. Oh, I might actually put you on this line here. What have I done here? Oh, yes. Hi, Joel. There you go.
Hi, Wendy.
Yeah, sorry about that. Just put you on the wrong phone because I'm an idiot. Um, a lot of people we read though. This is a survey taken by the health insurers, or I think themselves. That a lot of people are a member of. Let me put there. Who did this survey? It was one of the people who benefit, I think, from health insurance anyway, were a big outfit. They said that more people than ever are wondering whether they should ditch their insurance or thinking of changing it. Is that what you're hearing too?
It certainly is. This is probably the predominant trend in health insurance at the moment, and it's putting a lot of pressure on health funds and on all the different providers of services to health funds and on the federal government because they're copping a lot of flack for it as well. You know, the premiums have doubled over the course of about 13 years, and obviously most people's wages haven't increased by that much, and that sort of intense, year-on-year price increase is creating a lot of pressure, and the predominant trend is that people are either downgrading or dropping their health insurance, which is not good for any of us.
Yeah, well, that's right. I think mine was about $3,500 this year, which was kind of heart attack material. It's a lot of money if you're on. I mean, I'm lucky. I'm not on an average wage, but a huge amount of money.
It is a lot of money. It's the average premium is even more than that.
Is it?
And when you think about the fact that electricity prices have been so high in recent years, have got so much press for being so high, well, the average health insurance policy for a family or a couple is almost double the average electricity bill. So it's a massive impost on the family budget. As I said, it's doubled over the past 13 years, and people are looking for any way they can find to try and get that bill down because they want to stay covered. They really value the peace of mind that private health insurance gives them. As you get older and you're more likely to need it, people are really reluctant to let it drop. It's a bit like when you buy a lottery ticket every week. You think the first week that you don't buy the ticket, your numbers are going to come up.
Yeah, exactly right.
A lot of people feel about their private health insurance.
Well, yes, a lot of people are saying that too. Dave says. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, I'll read a couple of these actually. Josie says it's confusing people. Let's call it what it really is, private hospital insurance. It pays your accommodation. Ella says I would never pay it unless I had been frightened into it by turning 31. It's something I assume we need to have, but what a money pit. And Matt says with the tax break, the numbers used to stack up, but the last 5 or 6 years of increases means there's no point anymore. Let's talk to Ron from Surrey Hills. How did you vote, Ron?
I voted yes, but the question was a little difficult to answer clearly. I look at health insurance as I would look at your green slip, which you have to pay, or car insurance, your home insurance. You only should be using it, like if you get sick or you get hurt. And nobody wants their house to burn down so they can, excellent, I can make a claim on my home insurance. The same, they don't want to have a car accident. But people, for some reason, want to be able to claim on their health insurance. I don't understand. Like, it's an insurance. It's to cover you if you get ill, like you had a procedure.
Yep. And how much are you paying for your premium, do you know, every year, Ron?
I think, it's about $3,500.
Is that the average, Joel? You're saying it's a little more.
Slightly higher than that is the average.
About 3,800
or so for a family or a couple, and about 2,000 for a single.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that, Ron. I appreciate you joining us this morning. And let's talk to Steve from St. George. Hello, Steve.
Yeah, look, I'm paying, two of us, and I think we're paying $3,500 for health insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the basic problem is we're privatising the health system.
Yeah.
We bought in Medicare to cover people, and over the years we've run down Medicare and we've gone more to a private system, which is why it's so expensive.
Yeah, I wonder, so what have you done? Have you just gone without, have you, Steve? Or what are you doing in your place?
No, we're cutting it back. I mean, there's no way we claimed as much as we could last year,
Yeah.
and it still wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
Still wasn't worth it.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to look. You're going to go through your policy and just chuck out everything that's not essential, are you, or what?
Oh, we've done that.
You've done that. Well, perhaps Joel can tell us what's next because he's the campaign director of One Big Switch. Are there better deals to be done, Joel?
There are savings out there by switching health insurance. Most people we find have been with their health fund for a very long time. Switching rates in health insurance are quite low. They're about 5% of the market each year that shops around and switches health funds. And that's very, very low compared to, say, energy, for example, which we're making comparisons to today. Energy rates are about 20-25% switch each year. So you can see just how much inertia there is in the market, and that tends to mean that a market's not as competitive as it could be.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's talk to Bob. What are you thinking, Bob? Which way are you going on this one?
Wendy, it's sort of inversely proportional to the time you're in it. Like, when you need it most is when you're oldest, and that's when you can least afford it.
Yeah.
And it's very similar to life insurance. Once you miss a couple of payments, boom, you're out of the system, and there's no sort of recognition of all the premiums you've been paying for the last 50 years.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think that in this country, in Australia, I sometimes feel like all these companies are vampires. I mean, they all report bigger and bigger profits every year. I can't, I just think they're having a lend, really, sucking the life out of us.
It's all their ongoing commissions that they get from something they signed up 50 years ago.
Okay. Well, let's talk to Linda. Hi, Linda. What are you thinking here?
I'm a great believer in user pays, as much as you can. I've been retired for a while. I pay $700 a year for ancillaries.
Yeah.
Which I think is very good value. I mean, that covers my glasses, going to the dentist, all of the things, I got glasses a couple of weeks ago because I didn't get any last year. A $300 pair of glasses cost me $43.
So...
sorry, yeah, that's right. Yep. The glasses obviously with a frame. It's ridiculous without a frame.
Yeah.
But, yeah, because it's based on, if you don't claim for a certain period. But I didn't realise that I hadn't claimed for a full 12 months. So when I said, how much do I owe you, they said $43.
Yep.
So it's that to me, for somebody whose income is limited, and mine is, I've got a budget, it's all priorities, whereas hospital doesn't for me because I haven't got the funds to pay the gap. So I think I'm making my contribution. It may sound a bit simplistic.
No, I've got you there. Thank you very much, Linda. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for that. We have to get moving on now because it's coming up to news time. So thank you very much, Joel, for joining us today.
Thanks for having us, Wendy.
He is the campaign director of One Big Switch, and I guess your final message, Joel, would be to look around and see if you can do a better deal.
Absolutely. If you haven't looked over the fence to see what's over there, take a look because you could save hundreds of dollars, or you might even be paying for things that you just don't need at the moment. If you're 60 years old and you've got obstetrics cover, then you can make a saving right there just by shifting plans or shifting providers. So by all means.
I don't know, 60-year-olds having babies these days,
Never say never.
Thanks for that. Joel Gibson, who's the campaign director of One Big Switch. And we're doing One Big Switch here. We're switching off